Coffee with a Chair was recorded before a live studio audience.
Welcome to Coffee with the Chair. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It is my pleasure, my honor to facilitate this show every single month. We do it on the first Thursday of the month, typically right here at the SLC TV studios at the corner of 25th and Virginia. It is free. It's open to the public. We throw in coffee in Danish courtesy of Steamworks Coffee Bar, which is a locally owned business right on US 1 in Port St. Lucie. We do hope you'll join us. It's full of useful information, and it is sponsored by none other than A&G Concrete Pools. And we have with us, of course, our good friend Lily from A&G Concrete Pools. Welcome to the show, Lily.
Thank you. Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
We are so honored to have A&G be our partner. Of course, the Leonard family is synonymous with philanthropy here in St. Lucie County. They sponsor so many of the great things going on. How is everybody over at the shop?
Everybody's good. Family's out of town right now, so that's why you get me today.
We're always happy to have you. Always happy to see you.
It's been a while.
Yes. We talk about philanthropy a lot when you guys come on the show, and I know that you're involved in so many things. What is it that you're up to lately?
Right now, we just I'm still doing a lot of work with United Against Poverty. We just completed a Fool's Day 5K at the end of March. We did that. 194 runners.
Nice.
Runners, walkers, whatever you want to do. Just come out and have a good time. So we just finished that up. Working on our summer. During the summer, we get ready for a luncheon. Do a luncheon out at Clover Park every summer. August 8th this year will be that. Come
Very
out
good.
for basically kind of like a lunch and learn about United Against Poverty, what you can do to help the families in the community, the needs, and get to experience a little bit of Clover Park.
And tell us a little bit about United Against Poverty.
They do a lot here in the community as far as the member share grocery store. They have their own grocery store there. Things are a little bit less than going to your normal Publix, Walmart, things like that. So your money goes a little bit further to assist job training, resume writing, emotional support, just different things. They work with a lot of the other foundations and things in the community. If they don't have something that can help,
They
look for another resource for you and refer you to the people you need to get the help that you need.
And it looks like a traditional grocery store. I mean, you can walk in and shop and, with great pride. You just walk the aisles and check out like you would any other grocery store. But it is discounted. They procure their items through donation or heavily discounted means.
Exactly.
And they have fresh produce. They have everything you
they
would.
Have great looking produce in there. I've gone in there for meetings and done a little walk around, and I'm like, this looks just as good as going to any of the local farmers markets, grocery stores. I mean, it was a grocery store when I was a child growing up here.
It is. Tell us where it's at.
It's at 25th Street and Orange Avenue. It was, if you grew up here, it was Winn-Dixie.
Yep.
So
back in the day.
it's a perfect place to put it, It's half offices and half grocery store.
And then they have a little classroom for, they do several workshops.
Education, CPR trainings, like I said, crisis people who really need help. They have some other offices in there for, I believe, children's services helps them do some work from there.
I know they'll help you sign up for SNAP benefits.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Couldn't think of the word.
I got it. EBT, all that kind of stuff. They'll help you get set up for that. You're medicated, everything. They have computers in there and help you set up, which is really good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And so they also have a big fundraiser, I think, in November-ish.
Yes, that's our celebration. This year will be our second annual celebration. We started that last year. It's going to be at one of the facilities out here at IRSC. It's going to be a 80s prom theme.
I can't wait.
We are going to have a great time.
80s prom 3. I think that sounds like so much fun. I actually am trying to look. I wore a gold lame prom dress because 80s was when I went to the prom, right?
Me too.
And I'm literally trying to find something very similar to my actual 80s prom dress. And although it was strapless, and I don't think I can pull that off anymore. But I'm going to try to find something similar that is not strapless.
I'll have to go through the old photos and see what I had on. See
I don't know
what
what I did with my 80s prom dress. I don't have it though. I do know that.
I don't have mine either.
But yes, and I definitely do not want to wear. I am not going strapless. I know that for sure. I'm not even going sleeveless. No chance. But I am going.
Awesome.
I am going. Very
I'll
good.
see you there.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I love the work that United Against Poverty does, and our good friend Dawn Knupp is working on that. She heads up the committee for that.
She is such a hard worker, and she is so involved. She does a great job
Good.
getting out there and reaching out to different organizations. So if you're interested in learning, just reach out.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that A&G encourages all of their workers to get involved in some sort of nonprofit or some sort of way to give back in this community. And you give, you get. So we encourage people to, use A&G Pools because A&G Pools gives back in so many ways.
You can look out and see all the different organizations that we do work with that need help. Need volunteers. I mean, we're right next door to the St. Lucie County Humane Society. They always need help. The dogs need to be walked. If I have an employee, he goes over there and walks dogs a couple of days a week. But it helps them out.
It does. And I know Luke was on last month and he said he wants to get involved more with Graceway Village. So, and Travis and Gina make sure that everybody has an opportunity to do that. Everybody that works at A&G has an opportunity to do that. So they give their time, their treasures, they give everything back to this community. So if you're looking for a pool, A&G is where you need to start.
Come see us.
All right. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And say hello to everybody in the office.
I sure will.
All right. We are going to take a break and we will be right back with, of course, the reason why you're all here, our Board of County Commission chair, because it is Coffee with the Chair, nevertheless. And of course, she has a guest, as she often does. So stay with us, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee with the Chair. I'm still Teresa Aronson, but now I'm joined by none other than the Board of County Commission Chair, Jamie Fowler. She brought a special guest.
Hey, good morning, Teresa. Yes, I did. I brought Adolfo
Yes,
Cavelli.
you did.
He's our director of transit.
I knew who he was. We've all known Adolfo for a very long time.
I wasn't going to say his last name. I feel he's one of those people, you just say the first name and you just know. It's, he's, yeah.
He was with Waste Pro for a very long time. Talk about transit. If you're going to cut your teeth on transit, that's where you do it, right? Like with a million, waste trucks running around the city. So welcome, Adolfo.
Thank you. How are you?
And there's only one Adolfo. I've never met another one. Have you?
No, just my father. That's it.
You're a junior.
That's it. I'm a junior. Yeah, that's all.
Welcome to the show. Is this your first time doing the show?
First time on the show. Yes, first time.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
All right. But you came from Waste Pro, as we said, which did you work in dispatch and all that kind of good stuff there?
Yeah, I started at the bottom at Waste Management 23 years ago down in Hope Sound, and then went to Miami, and then ended up here for 10 years, correct?
Yeah.
And then switched over to transit, which is a lot more rewarding. A lot more rewarding.
Yes, I bet.
Yes.
It's a lot, I think, because it's a lot of moving, pardon the pun.
Yeah.
No pun.
Yeah. So, but yes, it is a lot because it's a community effort, right? And it's a community service that you're providing here. So I imagine it's a lot more rewarding. But I don't think that people know what you provide. So I'm glad you're here today to tell everybody about it.
Thank you. I hope we have a couple hours because we're doing a lot of good things. So. But
I think we try to keep it to 22 minutes. I think I just heard Mike have a heart attack, right? Yeah.
So I'll try to touch briefly on our services and some things that are upcoming in the future. So we have our first of all, we're called Area Regional Transit. So we're all the buses and vans that have the artwork on the side of the vehicles. We did a rebranding a couple of years ago, and we had local artists put in their artwork, and they've received a $500 stipend. And then we have their artwork on the side of the buses for the next 5 years. We have our big fixed route buses that go up and down to stops every hour throughout the county. We run Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays 8 to 4. The big buses provide about 600,000 trips a year to getting residents to employment, to school, to doctor's appointments and food shopping, and among other things. We also have our door-to-door service for our persons with disabilities, and we provide about 10,000 trips a month for those people. Primarily doctor's appointments, Alzheimer's, and dialysis appointments. So that's a very good service we have. Our big thing that started in 2019 is our microtransit. So our microtransit service, which is you could download the app Art on Demand or visit us at slcart.org. But we have a microtransit service, which is basically like a free Uber throughout this area. We have 3 zones now. So we had a lot of issues getting people from like Becker Road to New Horizons per se, and we didn't have a bus on Midway Road. So we started our microtransit zones. We now have 3 zones. One of them goes from Becker Road to Gatlin and from Tradition to South Bend. The next zone goes from Midway Road from Gatlin Boulevard to Midway Road, and from like St. Lucie West over to Bayshore Boulevard. And then our newest zone, Zone 3, goes from Midway Road to just north of our airport, and it goes from Kings Highway east to 25th Street. So those microtransit started in 2019 with 66 rides the first month in December of 2019. We now do 1,700 trips per week.
Okay, so how does that work? So I download the app.
Yep.
And I tell it I live off Becker Road and I need to get to New Horizons.
Great question. So it's just like Uber. So it knows where you're at. You could just ping the location, or you could type in a physical address and then type in the address that you want to go to.
Okay.
The average wait time is about 20 minutes, which is fair in this industry.
Yeah.
And it gets you from door to door. Everything's fare free.
Everything's fare free. Yep. Yeah. Everybody needs to know that.
Everything's fare free. And the reason we're fare free, years ago, a lot of our grant funding is based on ridership and miles of vehicle use. And we didn't have a lot of ridership back in 2017 and 2018. So we did a study and it said, let's try fare free. And when we went to fare free, our ridership tripled. So from the money we were receiving collecting fares, we're making a lot more money from our grant dollars receiving. If you want to go from zone to zone, the vans don't travel through the zone. So we have connection points. So from zone 1, the southmost zone, to the middle zone, if you wanted to go from Becker to Midway, you would connect at one of our 3 connection points.
Okay.
So we have one at the Gatlin Jobs Express Terminal by Home Depot. Another one by the Winn-Dixie Plaza on Bayshore. There's a park and ride.
Okay.
And then the third one is the Port St. Lucie Intermodal Facility on Southeast Deacon, which is across from City Hall.
Okay, so it's not that easy. It's not like a direct, route.
Direct within the zone, but if you want to travel. So we actually have a great story of a rider that lived outside of the zone in Lakewood Park. Rider we had, she came to us like a year and 2 months ago. It was about 14 months ago, and she had totaled her car. She just moved here from South Carolina. She was 7 months pregnant, and she needed to get to St. Lucie West. And she didn't even live in a zone. She lived in Lakewood Park. So this rider would walk to Zone 3 by the airport, jump in a van, then jump in another van to get to Zone 2, drop her kids off, her 2 older kids at Renaissance Charter in St. Lucie West, and then take a van to work at an insurance company on California Boulevard. And she did this every single day because she said, I need it. Not that I want it, I need it. And she wrote some letters complimenting the drivers, and we didn't even know who she was. She sent some beautiful letters. So I reached out to her. We started to become friendly. We ended up bringing her to our location, and we bought her all these presents for her kid being born. And the story got better and better. And she ended up having the child. And when I met her, she already had the baby. She brought the baby with us, and she named her daughter after our driver. She named her daughter Unity after one of our drivers, because she said we literally saved her life. Like we literally saved her life. Her children got perfect attendance for the first time at Renaissance Charter School.
Oh my gosh.
Using our
And
transportation.
how long did that take her too?
So it was a will and a way. She took about an hour every day in the morning and the afternoon. Our driver would buy her dinner when she was pregnant and sing to her belly. It's just phenomenal. We won a national award through NACO, National Associations of Counties, for our microtransit service last year.
That's
Best in class.
amazing.
Yeah, it's very amazing. The kicker to it is 2 weeks ago she got a car. She saved up and was able to buy a car. And I'm like, we're trying to take vehicles off the road, but she some story. So there, if you need service, and I tell all that when we meet businesses and stuff, they said, oh, well, we don't have transit. I said, just have your employee call us. We can get them there if they're willing to do it.
Yeah,
if they're willing to do it.
And to be honest with you, an hour is not that bad. I drive 25 minutes to work every single day anyway, right? Like an hour is... I mean, listen, we have 60% of our people drive south an hour.
Agreed.
Right? So it's not really that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, that is amazing. It's a great story.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
Where
You're
the
tearing
tissues?
up.
I know.
I know. Stop.
pulling at the heartstrings.
If you do
Okay.
it, I'm going to do it.
All right,
So I can't
so let's
look at
just
you.
move on then.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so some of the, I mean, again, we can go on and on and on. But the fact is, transit is expanding. We're trying to reach more people. We're trying to reach more areas. We're trying to connect people to the jobs corridors, which are why the newest section was
Zone
Zone 3, sorry,
which
was so important. The part for Northwest County that includes Kings Highway up by the airport,
which is like A1 Trust,
Correct.
Pursuit,
Yes.
All of them up there, just to north
all
of the airport.
Makers and all the
Boulevard
trust,
businesses,
Maverick.
absolutely. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and
Probably the Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, from my understanding, we just
Start moving dirt.
Gonna be close.
Yeah.
Gonna be close.
Yeah.
I know the state signed off and everything's good to go on that end. Another service that we started this past September.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So this past September for $3, Teresa. $3. Like, which is, I spend 2.5 times that on my coffee at Starbucks in the morning.
At least.
But for $3 each way, you can get a ride from the Intermodal on Gatlin by Home Depot.
Yep.
And go all the way down to Palm Beach.
$3
in the morning.
Where does it go to Palm Beach? Does it go to the airport?
So it goes to, I believe the address is 150 Clearwater Drive, which is the Palm Beach Intermodal.
Mm-hmm.
But from there, you can access the Brightline. You can access Tri-Rail. You can access Palm Trans bus service, and one of Palm Trans routes
That's downtown, I think.
Correct. It's right in downtown. Yes, it's right in downtown by the courthouse.
I think it is the Brightline station. If I'm not
no, it is. It's the
mistaken.
Brightline station and the Palm Trans Intermodal. It's all right there.
$3?
$3. We have 2 trips in the
What are
morning.
you taking? Is it a van?
Nope, it's like a coach style bus. It's got the trunk underneath where
Like
you can
a
bring your
Greyhound
luggage.
style.
$3?
Yep.
Yes.
Wi-Fi, restroom, air conditioning, the whole
You
nine.
can do your work literally
How
while you're
often does
heading
that
to
go?
work.
Because I can't tell you how many times people call me and say, how can I get to the airport?
Yep.
And honestly, that's pretty nice.
So here it is. So it's right now. It's Monday through Friday.
Okay.
There's a route that leaves at 6:20 a.m. and 6:45 a.m. going south.
Okay.
And then at 5:50 p.m. and I think 6:20 p.m. it comes back at night. But you can catch the reverse one. Like if you're coming from Palm Beach, you could be there at 5 a.m. to come up here if you need to. We have about 50 riders a day already. Florida Department of Transportation said it's their most successful commuter route in South Florida to start.
Do you have to make a reservation?
Nope. It's palmtran.org is the website where you would go. We're partnered with Palm Beach. They're running the service right now. Palmtran.org is where you would go to buy a pass, and they're called Paradise Pass. So it's a $3 fare. You load up money onto the Paradise Pass, and then you just scan it when you get in the bus. Once you get down there, if you want to go to the airport, Palmtran has a circular route that leaves that station and goes to the airport every 10 minutes. So you just jump on and you get to the airport. Yep. We've had a lot of calls from residents in Tradition.
Yeah, because my Uncle Bob comes and my dad picks him up at the airport, and I don't love it.
Yeah.
And I don't love it when my dad picks him up at the airport. So I would shove Uncle Bob on that.
Yes.
And have him, because we live right by Gatlin, right? So that would be much easier.
And you don't even have to pick them up. You could jump in a microtransit van from there.
Well, I would allow Dad to pick him up from Gatlin. Yeah. But okay, very good. Good
And the
to
cherry
know.
on the top, completely funded by Florida Department of Transportation. There's no
No.
local dollars going into
Zero.
that. And I believe it's funded for, correct me, 3 years?
So it's 100% funded for 3, but they've already verbally told us 5, and if it continues with the success, they're going to add more routes, more times, and more days of the week too, and just continue with it.
And you know what else I like about that too is that I love taking the Bright Line to the ports in Miami for cruises.
Oh, yes.
That's the
That's
best. Yeah.
nice.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know that, and people call all the time. How can I get to the airport? How can I get down? You know, because car services are crazy expensive. Yeah.
So have we ever done, and when I say we, Adolfo Transit, has he ever
why
come
you
to
looking at
one of
me?
the breakfasts, the chamber breakfasts to do? Because that would be good.
I
I'm
feel
just
like you're putting me
saying.
on the spot.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. You are looking at me.
I would love to.
But yeah, see, it's important.
Chamber night.
Look how much you've learned.
Chamber
already.
night. That's what we'll do. Chamber
Okay.
night. Chamber
Yes.
night. We'll have Adolfo come to chamber
Nothing
night.
like volunteering Adolfo on his personal time, right?
Nothing
No.
like putting
That is the commitment of our county employees, okay?
Everybody here just got put on the spot.
That's okay.
But
That's
the
okay.
I'll come
too.
We're available
I'll come too.
24/7.
Very good.
But little man will
24/7.
be with me, so watch out.
Yes. We like little man.
But and so I want to bring it over to Adolfo too, because there's another amazing new program that's getting ready to get started.
Okay.
It's our van pool program, and that's really going to further get our workers to the jobs.
Right. Okay, tell us about that.
So that's been about 2 years in the making. You know, when we would visit large businesses, you know, we would kind of get to a roadblock because some businesses are 24/7 and we're not 24/7. So we put out an RFP last year, and we're going to be partnering with Enterprise Van Pool. And what Enterprise Van Pool does is we do find out that a lot of our businesses that have factories and warehouses, a lot of the employees come from same area of the county. So with that van pool program, we need one person to drive, so 7 to 15 employees that work in these big warehouses. One of them has to volunteer to drive the vehicle. And in places like Broward and Dade, they'll all meet up at like a Wawa. But let's say the employee picks up his 6 coworkers, they're on the same shift, brings them to work, and then takes them home at the end of the day. The driver of the vehicle, the bonus for them of volunteering to drive, they get to keep the van pool for 20% of the miles. So if they put 1,000 miles a month on, that driver gets to use the vehicle for 200 miles to go to the supermarket or the laundromat or whatever he has to do.
Oh.
The average van pool cost is $1,200 per month. In some locations, either the employer or the employee splits it. What we're doing, we received a grant from the Florida Department of Transportation for $50,000. So we will pay a $500 subsidy. So there's only a $700 balance per month. So if there's 7 people in the van, it's $100 per month to have dedicated service and reliable transportation. The number one cause every time we go talk to businesses, their number one issue is transportation for employees. So we needed to find a way to do it. So we're looking forward to start it. We've already heard some of the bigger companies that we've spoken to about it. Now they're actually calling us, when's it starting? Because they have people interested in it. So really looking forward to it. As it works now, we receive grant dollars based on ridership and mileage, and that qualifies the van pool program. So for every $500 investment we put per month per vehicle, when we receive our grant dollars next year, we're going to get back $800 per month. So the more Enterprise Van Pool commute vans you see on the road, we'll be making $300 per month to continue to put into county transit. So
Very nice.
it's going to be a successful program for sure, and it's going to pay for itself. So we're really looking forward to it.
Very nice. And hopefully they'll be local so that the mileage will go even further for the people that volunteer to do that.
Correct. So the caveat for us, what we told Florida Department of Transportation, we're willing to try the program. They do it in Broward and Dade, and it's pretty successful.
Okay.
Either the origin or the destination or both either the trip has to originate in St. Lucie County if like people are going down to Martin County to work or people are coming in. So we want the dollars to stay local, and we want the employees and the money to be made here. So yes.
Yeah. So. Ideally both would stay, because we all know if they leave to go to work, they're taking money with them.
Yes. Yep.
Or if they leave to go home, they're taking money with them. So ideally we want all of it. So good.
Absolutely.
That'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yes.
And what that does for us in the long run, the economics of that. Neat.
Yeah.
Very, very good stuff. So that shouldn't be an issue then going forward, transportation. You just have to be a little bit, I mean, it sounds like you're creative. It's going to be about getting the word out on how to utilize that. Because even I didn't know about the services to Palm Beach. And I got a call actually from a mutual friend not too long ago about transportation to the airport, honestly, and didn't know about the Palm Tran.
So yeah, we've done a lot of outreach. We got a little hit with COVID, but our amazing staff of 5 county employees, we did outreach we did 34 outreach events in 2024 and spoke to 7,200 residents. So, and we're continuing it this year as well.
HOAs are probably the way to go because I think it's that sector population that are looking for options in that respect.
Yes.
So yeah, HOAs are probably the way to go. So I do some HOA things. I should probably bring you along sometimes.
Would love to. We've been to about 3 or 4 in Tradition and one off of Becker Road, but that's it so far.
Yeah. That's definitely where you got to hit them. Very good. Very good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Yes, and we're always adding and creating, so.
Good. Well, what else is going on in the county's world?
Well, similarly to Lily over at A&G, I attended the Up 5K.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I did, yes. There was a lot of people there. Great event, great weather. So I was happy to participate.
You like to run. I know that. I'm not a runner. I've talked about attempting it, but I still haven't done it yet. I have bad knees.
Well, you know.
Yeah,
you do pickleball though, and I haven't tried
pickleball.
pickleball, and I'm going to try pickleball definitely.
Yeah, I like pickleball. I was out for a few months with an injury, but I've been cleared, but I haven't been back at it as much as I want. I've only played a couple times since I've been cleared, but I'm planning on getting back at it. It's been scheduling issues for me. It's been a busy time of year. January, February is hard. What do you do for exercise, Adolfo?
I like to work out and walk. I used to run as well, but I got bum knees, so I do a lot of speed walking at night now, and I bike every weekend. I bike every weekend at the parks.
There you go.
You do?
Yeah, Jonathan Dickinson's a big one.
It's harder as you get older.
Yes.
It is.
Joints and things. Really? You're
Listen. I can imagine what it looked like because during that 5K, I went down.
Oh, that's
I went
you
down.
took a nasty fall.
Yes. My foot
know.
hit on a piece of sidewalk that was a little too high, and I just couldn't find my center of gravity. And
are you healed yet? Or are you
not 100% this knee? I'm hoping I don't have to actually, go in and have anything done. It still hurts, but yet I was kind of like jogging around the house yesterday, and I was like, oh, it doesn't hurt, so maybe I can run. But yet I can't bend it all the way.
No.
So I'm a glutton for punishment.
Black on your
down here. Oh, I was all scraped up.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, and it's harder to get when you get older. Like it takes longer to heal, and So
that's okay.
We played pickleball when we were in Tallahassee, and I started to go after a ball, and I knew I was going to fall, and then I was like, okay, don't be an idiot, and I just was like, okay, I'm going to lose that point. Just stop. Don't be a hero, right? Because I will end up in traction.
Have you tried pickleball?
Once or twice with my wife and daughter. Yeah, it's a
a
little hard on the knees for me, to be honest with you, because I'm too competitive. Just like yourself, I'll go for that ball and get hurt.
I will not play singles because I can't. Because I'm competitive too, and singles is too hard. It's too much running, and I've got bad knees, so I only play doubles. And I typically play with Sean Boyle as a partner because he's a ball hog. So then it's like only playing a third of the court. So that works out best for me.
There you go.
That's right. I called him a ball hog on TV. So he plays 2/3 of the court.
Memorialized forever.
Yes. He knows it. He knows it. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah.
Well, thanks, Teresa. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And Adolfo, thank you.
Thank you, Adolfo. And we will have you out for chamber night because I think it's really good information that people need to know about because they don't really know how to take advantage of what we offer here.
Especially, the networkers that go to those types of events because they're out everywhere and they are in contact with the community. So what better way to have advocates out there spreading the information?
They're the best. Our ambassadors, and they really get information out.
They do.
All right.
They do.
Well, I want to thank Steamworks, of course, Michael, just the best. And if you need coffee, Steamworks. And he has a couple other businesses, the Crate Place. And so he's got something east and west now. And I'm so excited for him. Visit him because it's a locally owned business and he gives back to the community in so many ways. And of course, if you need a pool, A&G Concrete Pools. Thank you to the staff here. And thank you to our audience for coming out. And of course, Adolfo and our Board of County Commission Chair, Jamie Fowler. Thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great day.